If you thought Nintendo had already peaked with the original Switch, think again, because 2026 is about to blow your mind. The Switch 2 isn't just more powerful or sharper, it's the beginning of a new creative era where legendary franchises return, and the wildest, most unexpected ideas come to life. From the emotional world of Pokémon Pokopia to the rebirth of Resident Evil 7 in stunning HDR and the chaotic genius of content warning, this list dives into 15 incredible games that perfectly capture the bold, unpredictable spirit of Nintendo's next generation. So the question is, which of these 15 games do you think truly deserves the #1 spot on Nintendo Switch 2 in 2026? Imagine a world where every battle becomes a song. Card-en-Ciel takes rhythm-based combat to another level, combining music cards and strategy into one seamless experience. You play as Neon, a glitch hunter, traveling through virtual universes inspired by gaming's entire history, from 8-bit streets to glowing cyberpunk skylines. Each attack you use changes the soundtrack itself with more than 300 unique cards and 50 original vocal tracks. The Switch 2 version amplifies this with smoother frame rate, better lighting, and reactive vibrations that pulse to the beat of your moves. Card-en-Ciel isn't a game for everyone. It's experimental, abstract, and poetic, but for players who love creative challenges, it's a piece of digital art. It shows that Nintendo's new console can be both a playground and a canvas for imagination.
Got it! Thanks, Flavebrit!
In Hela, the smallest hero carries the heaviest heart. You play as a tiny mouse wandering through a world inspired by Norse mythology, searching for rare herbs and magical runes to heal a wise old witch who once protected the forest. What makes this game special isn't epic combat, it's kindness. Your frog backpack becomes both a friend and a tool, helping you leap across rivers, climb trees, and solve gentle puzzles. Every act of healing you perform brings the world back to life. Flowers bloom, animals return, and the music grows warmer. Hela feels like a playable bedtime story, blending painterly visuals with a soft, emotional soundtrack. It's not a high-speed adventure, but a quiet reflection on empathy and nature, the kind of game that reminds you why the Switch exists, to make you smile and feel connected again. Welcome to D-topia, the perfect city, a place where every machine hums in harmony, every smile looks the same, and nothing ever breaks until you arrive. You play as a facilitator, an unseen administrator tasked with keeping the system running. But as you repair machines and talk to the citizens, cracks begin to appear. Strange shadows glitch through the pastel skyline, and secret areas called block sides hide the truth behind the illusion. D-topia mixes the calm aesthetics of a life sim with the psychological tension of a thriller. It asks tough questions. What does freedom mean when happiness is automated? The Switch 2's enhanced lighting and sound design make its contrast between peace and paranoia even stronger. It's hauntingly beautiful, a soft-spoken mystery that stays in your head long after you put the controller down. One of the most beloved JRPGs returns completely rebuilt for the Switch 2 generation. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined invites players back to a world lost in time, where young heroes uncover ancient stone tablets that restore forgotten islands. Every island tells a new story, filled with unique cultures, music, and monsters. The upgraded visuals finally bring emotional nuance to the classic dialogue with expressive faces and cinematic camera angles. Battles are smoother and faster, while orchestrated soundtracks fill every moment with wonder. Yet beneath the nostalgia, there's a quiet beauty, a reminder of why Dragon Quest remains timeless. It's not just about saving the world, it's about rediscovering its past. On Switch 2, this reimagining feels like a tribute to everything that made JRPGs magical in the first place: patience, discovery, and heart. Forget being a trainer in Pokopia, you're a Ditto who believes it's human. Starting with nothing but an empty field, you'll collect woodstone and fruit to build your own living ecosystem. The Twist Ditto learns and mimics the moves of Pokemon it encounters to help construct the world cut for chopping trees, grow for farming, and elemental moves for creating habitats. There's no battling here, just creativity and connection. The more your ecosystem grows, the more new species visit, forming friendships and unlocking memories about Ditto's mysterious past. best. Pokopia blends the charm of Animal Crossing with the imagination of Pokemon Snap. It's a slow emotional journey that turns the Pokemon universe into a meditation on identity and friendship. A bold, peaceful experiment that shows how far Nintendo is willing to push its most famous brand. Despair returns, but this time, nothing is as it seems. Danganronpa 2x2 reimagines the world of Goodbye Despair through an alternate timeline where familiar faces hide entirely new motives. Hope's Peak Academy graduates are once again trapped in a deadly game on a tropical island, but every alliance betrayal and death is rewritten. Even Monokuma, the mascot of madness, may not be the puppet master this time. Class trials are now fully cinematic with new 3D camera movements and deeper psychological dialogue. Every decision feels heavier, every lie more dangerous. 2x2 turns the chaos of Danganronpa into something darker, a study of how memory, guilt, and truth collide. On Switch 2, its vibrant art style and haunting voice acting make it both a mystery and an emotional reckoning. Get ready to sweat. Mario Tennis Fever transforms the classic sports spin-off into one of Switch 2's most dynamic experiences. Thanks to the upgraded Joy-Con 2 sensors, every swing feels natural, precise, and satisfyingly physical. The new Fever gauge adds a layer of strategy. Fill it by rallying perfectly, then unleash Fever shots that bend the court's reality, turning matches into near-arcade chaos. The single-player Fever Tour mode lets you rise from rookie to champion across themed arenas packed with vibrant animations and Mario charm. Combined with 4K-like visuals and buttery smooth 60 FPS, Fever feels alive, fast, colorful, and competitive. It's that perfect Nintendo balance, simple enough for party fun, deep enough for serious play. Switch 2's power finally lets Mario Tennis shine like never before.
A talking flower provides riveting commentary in tournament mode.
This isn't your usual LEGO adventure. Legacy of the Dark Knight takes the humor we love from the series and merges it with a surprisingly deep cinematic Batman story. You'll play through Bruce Wayne's life from his earliest training days to his rise as Gotham's protector. The open world Gotham is alive and moody with shifting weather, real-time crime events, and dynamic interactions with Robin, Catwoman, and Nightwing. Combat now borrows from the Arkham series, adding fluid melee and stealth mechanics without losing the LEGO charm. The Switch 2's improved lighting and reflections make the city feel like a living diorama, playful yet atmospheric. It's funny, emotional, and surprisingly epic, proving LEGO games can tell mature stories without losing their heart. Falcom takes its legendary Trails series into uncharted space, literally. Trails Beyond the Horizon revolves around Project Star Taker, a space initiative meant to push humanity beyond the skies. But political and religious factions collide behind the scenes, turning exploration into a struggle for destiny itself. For the first time, characters like Van Arcreed Rian Schwarzer and Father Kevin share the same storyline, connecting multiple eras of Trails lore. The combat adopts a free mission structure, letting players choose the order of quests, while the orchestral soundtrack carries the emotional weight of an epic opera. On Switch 2, environments shimmer with life metallic stations, floating cities, and galaxies drenched in color. Beyond the Horizon isn't just a JRPG, it's a statement about ambition and faith. Falcom has crafted something that feels both nostalgic and revolutionary. Mario's world gets louder, brighter, and more social than ever. Meetup in Bellabel Park expands Super Mario Bros. Wonder into a full-blown multiplayer playground. Bellabel Park is like a living amusement world, bursting with platforming races, coin hunts, and mini games that appear dynamically as players explore. In this vibrant hub, you can meet friends, team up for challenges, or simply hang out while fireworks and flowers bloom around you. The Switch 2's 4K-like visuals and 60 FPS animation make it feel like you're inside an animated film, every color, every laugh, every cheer perfectly alive. It's Nintendo at its purest joyful chaos designed to be shared. Whether you're speedrunning, goofing around, or discovering hidden levels, Bellabel Park proves that the Mario universe still has infinite ways to surprise us. Horror returns home, and it's never looked this real. Resident Evil 7 on Switch 2 isn't just a port, it's a full rebirth. The Baker Mansion is now drenched in high-definition terror, with improved shadows, ray-traced reflections, and 3D audio that makes every creak and whisper crawl under your skin. Players step again into Ethan Winter's nightmare, a desperate search for his missing wife that spirals into madness. This gold edition includes Not a Hero and End of Zoe, all optimized for Switch 2's power. Vibration feedback lets you feel each heartbeat and gunshot. With HDR colors and deeper sound layering, every moment becomes suffocatingly real. It's a perfect showcase of how far the console's tech can go, transforming one of modern horror's greatest stories into a portable cinematic nightmare. Few horror games haunt the heart like Crimson Butterfly. This remake of Fatal Frame 2 rebuilds the tragic tale of twin sisters Mio and Mayu with breathtaking fidelity. Guided by red butterflies, they wander into a cursed village where every shadow whispers a secret. Your only weapon, the camera obscura, a relic that captures spirits and memories. Each photograph reveals not just ghosts, but the emotions they left behind. On Switch 2, dynamic fog, volumetric lighting, and subtle motion control make every encounter immersive and terrifying. Yet beyond fear lies tenderness, the love and guilt between the sisters rendered with cinematic grace. Crimson Butterfly Remake isn't just horror, it's poetry written in silence and light, a reminder that sometimes the scariest thing is remembering what we've lost. After decades of adventure, Pokémon finally enters the competitive big leagues. Pokémon Champions redefines the series by focusing purely on strategy mastery and ranked battles. Instead of catching new Pokémon, you refine and perfect your existing team, optimizing stats, predicting moves, and climbing through intense global tournaments. Switch 2's improved connectivity means matches are faster and smoother with cinematic battle animations and new visual effects that make every hit feel impactful. The new V-Point system rewards creativity and tactics over brute strength, creating an esport-ready experience that still feels unmistakably Pokemon. It's a bold step away from the open-world formula, but a necessary evolution. Champions gives the series something fans have always wanted: a platform where skill truly decides who the best trainer is. What happens when chaos grows up? Enter the Gungeon 2 answers with a bang, and hundreds of them. For the first time, the series leaps fully into 3D while keeping its frantic bullet hell soul intact. Players descend into the new Gungeon not to erase time, but to erase reality itself, a meta twist that turns every run into a cosmic joke. The world is packed with absurd weapons, explosive humor, and fast-paced combat that runs flawlessly on Switch 2's upgraded hardware. Every failure teaches you something new. Every victory is pure unfiltered joy. The mix of cartoon chaos and modern fluidity makes it one of the most fun, unpredictable roguelikes ever created. Gungeon 2 doesn't just shoot bullets, it fires creativity in every direction, reminding us why indie energy still rules Nintendo's heart. And here it is, the weirdest, funniest, and most viral game of 2026. Content warning turns horror into a social experiment. You and your friends descend into terrifying ruins armed only with cameras because your goal isn't to survive, it's to record the scariest footage possible for views. Every scream, every monster, every ridiculous death becomes potential internet fame. On Switch 2, upgraded lighting, co-op fluidity, and motion-sensitive feedback make the absurdity feel terrifyingly real. It's chaotic, hilarious, and disturbingly accurate to the age of content creation. One minute you're laughing, the next you're panicking, and by the end you're asking, why are we doing this? That's what makes Content Warning genius, a game that's not just played, but experienced. In 2026, nothing captures Nintendo's wild new spirit quite like this. 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting years in Nintendo history, from emotional journeys like Pokémon Pokopia to heart-pounding horror in Resident Evil 7, and the chaotic fun of content warning. The Switch 2 lineup truly has something for everyone. It's not just about graphics or power, it's about creativity, emotion, and that unmistakable Nintendo magic that keeps us coming back. So tell me, which of these games are you most hyped for? Do you agree with content warning taking the #1 spot, or would you crown another champion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your voice shapes the next list. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you won't miss the next big Nintendo countdown. Until next time, happy gaming!